Guys, Mnisi is smart. Mnisi, he's smart. Let's give Mnisi's flowers while he's still alive. Ha! So Mnisi, not only did he defeat the witness, but he also defeated the man with 56 years experience when he used the word dumb. LPC was interviewed this morning by Newsroom Africa. And LPC has confirmed that the word dumb does not mean, it's not an insulting or a sarcastic word. In this case, I'm like, so you mean to tell me that Mnisi is smarter than the judge? But Mnisi went to those schools, and he says he's going to use English, the English, the one that we use in the hood, not the one that belongs into the suburb. With his English from it's not even the hood, the English from the village, because he went to school in the village. He said it. So he takes the English from the village. He uses it in court, but then the one who is supposed to be knowing, or who has portrayed himself as knowing English, he's defeated by the man who's coming from the village, using the English from the village when he says dumb. LPC says, aye. There's nothing wrong with what Mnisi did, because he was not sarcastic and he was also not insulting the witness. The word dumb does not insult the witness. And I'm like, dear God. I'm like, dear God. So Mnisi is smart. Mnisi is smart. And let's give credit to Mnisi. Mnisi is smart. I'm going to tell you what the LPC says. But for a minute, let's focus on the word. Mnisi is smart. He uses a word. The use of that word was very interesting. I'm thinking somebody might have rushed to LPC to complain. To those who doesn't know, LPC basically is a body that governs legal practitioners. So you go to school. After school, you qualify with all your LLB qualification. Once you're done with the qualification, you do your articles and everything. Once you're done with all those things, now you are an appointed lawyer, or you are, let me call it an ordained lawyer, because more like an ordination. You go to court, you got admitted. So then the LPC then is the one that is going to govern your behavior. If I have a problem with your behavior as a lawyer, or if I want to see that you are a lawyer legally, so then there's that thing which you need to show me the number or that card which says you are a lawyer. Then I can take that number and check through the LPC that you are a registered lawyer or not. So that is, look, the LPC governs everything that has got to do with lawyers in South Africa, right? So those are the people who have commented to say, "Cha, Mnisi. Mnisi has got nothing to do. Mnisi has done nothing wrong. In fact, you think I'm joking? Here is a snippet that I took from there. This is what they say.
For this case at hand, lawyers can be technical, because I was looking at the definition of the word dumb. And really, when you look at that definition, it does not say it does not show a sarcastic or insultative word. It says temporarily unable or unwilling to speak, which then one may get away with it. Lawyers would want to be technical about the meaning and want us to employ the dictionary meaning of the word. But be that as it may, the bottom line is that as the LPC, we want to see a proper conduct of legal practitioners. We want to see everyone respecting the court decorum.
Yeah. So let's now agree. Before we agree, I like the fact that listening to the guy who was speaking on behalf of LPC, he said, LPC, by the way, it's not Sambo. I can tell by the voice, it's not Mr. Sambo, it's a different guy. LPC says they would like to see a professional conduct in court, not only from the judge, not only from the lawyers, but also from the judge, the witnesses, and everybody involved. And if LPC were to stick with what they said, I will fully agree with them that professionalism, good behavior should not only be expected from the defense lawyers, but the state prosecutors, the witnesses, the judge, and the public in court. All of us, the police officers who are there, the members of correctional service that are there, everybody, the judge secretarians, everybody that participates there, the technicians, everybody must maintain a court decorum. This morning, we'll address that later on. This morning we saw a judge. The judge, the move that the judge did this morning was to embarrass Mr. Mnisi, and thus affect him psychologically, so he doesn't have, so he won't be able to think properly. It was to defeat him psychologically because the man is doing the Lord's work. But even though they aim at embarrassing him, he went from there and I'm gonna look in it, and he proved that you and your friends, you are a liar, and the truth does not abide in you. I'm like, Mnisi, after you've been embarrassed publicly, so you still come back strong. I'm like, yeah, give this man his flowers. This guy is dangerous. Mnisi, danger. Fear that guy. That guy is dangerous. No, the composure, guys. The composure for me, something else. But yeah, we are talking about something else. But yeah, over and above, court about technicalities. I once spoke to one of the lawyers in the Senzo Mewa trial. That's at a time. And this person was saying, hey, you know, when the case is live, when the case is being broadcasted live, he was like, hey, you will never see, lawyers have got their own tricks. And judges also, they've got their own tricks. Witnesses, they come with their own tricks. He's like, because the case is live, you will never see those tricks. It's difficult for lawyers to do those tricks. But he was like, you must go and attend trials where it's not televised. He was like, you will see that lawyers use certain tricks, judges use certain tricks as well. So he's like, hey, yeah, man. So talking about that, the guy from LPC also was asked about the fact that the local, what does it think about the fact that cases are now being televised? You know, he said something, I didn't think about it. He's like, you know what? He's like, hey, I'm not in favor of the fact that cases are now being televised, because televising a case may influence the judges, or may influence the outcome, because the judge does not have access to the docket. So when the case is being televised, somebody might decide to call the judge and say, hey, you know what, this is what is happening here. This should be the judgment, because they are watching the case live. But it's like, if the case is not live, the chances of the judge not being biased are very high. And that's the essence of his conversation. I'm like, you know, I never thought about this, but it makes a lot of sense. I never thought about that. Yeah, for a moment, I never thought about that. But it makes perfect sense. It like literally makes perfect sense. I'm not saying that they should stop doing it, because it's the new age, it's the new thing, right? I mean, cases will forever be on the local. Now should be there. Yeah, but again, even I think Adrian was like, you know what? It would be difficult for media people to actually, you know, agree with you there, because I mean, it's a fact. We are sitting here now analyzing that case. I don't have to go to court and then summarize the case later on. I just need to sit in front of my TV, in front of my laptop, in front of my phone, watch the case, and then out of what is happening, and then right then and there, you know, I give it to you, you know. So yeah, I get it. If it was to be in court, if I had to go to court, listen, write down, summarize. But at the same time, the Senzo Mewa trial, I think it was a blessing in disguise that it should be on television, because I'm thinking a lot of cooking. Hi guys, these people would have cooked the case. These people would have cooked the case big time.